Hello and welcome to the One House Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. How you doing? Um, they're trying, I think they impeached the president again, because after now him um going on Twitter and telling people to come to the Capitol and show support. Like that's not his fault. Like a riot started. That's the Democrats' fault. And also, I bet you the Democrats had agents, troublemakers implanted into the crowd to start the whole hullabaloo. So that's not Trump's fault. That's definitely the Democrats' fault. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to have something bad happen, to have him be blamed. And I'm sure it's in correlation with all this big tech social media platforms banning him and other people like him who have views that the Democrats don't like, or whatever term they use to describe people who are Democrats. They have like leftist, rightist, cultist, whatever. Um, but yeah, man, I think it's fucking hilarious that like Trump is like, yeah, come on down. Like he knew what was gonna happen. That's awesome. Like, you know why Trump did that? Because one day, whatever, 2 weeks from now, when he's like kicking back in his, $1 million man cave, he'd be like, man, I put out a tweet and a million people came down to my house and rioted. I mean, like, that's just awesome. Like, that's like ultimate bragging rights. Like, imagine Trump at a party, like, remember that time? Remember that time? Like, you can't top any story you tell. Trump can top it with, yeah, well, this one time when I was a president, I told people to come down to the White House and they rioted. Come on. That's like the ultimate, like, you cannot, and pun intended, you cannot trump that story. He literally lived up to his last name. You can't trump Trump. He's literally the greatest man ever now. He literally, like, that is a moment that is etched in the history books now. Like, they will talk about this. Like, when they talk about presidents, they will definitely talk about him. Abraham Lincoln, Trump. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Trump. They will definitely talk about Trump. Name one other president who's done anything like that. You can't, because you can't trump Trump. Fool built a wall to keep out people who push lawnmowers and cause noise pollution with leaf blowers. He built a wall. He caused a riot. You can't trump that. the only per- the only person who can top Trump is Trump. Trump can top Trump, but that's it. That's it. I mean, it is amazing what this guy did, and he didn't start any wars. He didn't go to war. In office for 4 years, we did not go to war. That's a first. Hey, I'm 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 down with that. I mean, the other politicians aren't. Obviously, that's why he's not. Obviously, that's why he didn't win, because they only put in who they want to put in. It's like, trust me, your vote doesn't count. If everyone in America voted for Trump, Biden would still be president. That's why I don't even give a rat's ass about who's president, because I have no choice, or I mean, I have no decision in the matter. If you think the president was important, do you think they'd actually let us choose it? Even though the government's supposed to be by us and for us, but it's not. Government is all about the big corporations who donate the most money, so the politicians do what the corporations want. That's who's in charge, the corporations. To, to put it simple. To put it simple. The corporations are going to make more money with Biden in, because Biden is like cool with China. Don't all these big corporations make everything in China? So yeah, makes sense, right? Like that's how you gotta think about politics. It's not about what you want. It's about like what's gonna make the corporations the most money. War. Trump did not go to war, so obviously he's out. Everything's made in China. All these corporations go overseas to do stuff because we make laws here to make them go overseas. You know, like all this like environmental crap. Like who gives a fuck about the environment? Us putting restrictions on our companies just makes them leave, and they go to other countries and help those countries out. See, it's like America is making more poor people on purpose. Like it's all a big scam. If you think us reducing whatever CO2 emissions is going to save the world, it's not, because the rest of the world that isn't changing. So us dropping shit by whatever 2%, you think that's going to matter? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. So anyway, it's just people people don't see through this. They just see the lightning rod. Trump bad, and then because they got third place in a I don't know 4x4 relay in third grade, and like their prom date broke up with them, and the parents got divorced. They're really angry, but they don't know why, so they just focus on Trump. I'm sorry your husband left you, but that's no reason to hate Trump. Wake up and see what's really going on. It's the corporations that are fucking shit up. People like people who are taking money from China and like taking our companies and jobs overseas. That's the enemy. The mainstream media, that's the enemy. But we're all focused on Trump. Who cares? Trump's a nobody. Trump's a nobody. The only reason why Trump is president, or was president, because he's better than Hillary. Hillary Clinton is a crooked bitch. There's a reason why Hillary did not win. Jesus Christ. Imagine if she would have won. We'd be on World War V right now. But anyway. Y'all have a good one. Peace.